Hello, Saturday morning, out for a drive. Beautiful day, 48 degrees, and in the middle of nowhere. This is where you need to be, guys. Very, very, very nice. Right in the middle of this area, this brush country during hunting season, you need to go walking out there and put some little horns on your head. You know what I mean? Like, people put these little deer horns on their cars during the Christmas period and all kind of decorations and stuff. Well, you do that out there in that brush, your chances of living till sunset would be 1 in a million. No, there's hunters all over this thing. You just don't see them. But anyway, here we are. We're not too far from Bracketville. I just took a drive out here on this road because there's no traffic, and it's a good, simple thing to do. And I enjoy the hell out of it. Just take a drive out here in this country where there's, I don't know, not much happening, that's for sure. It's about a 20-mile drive from Bracketville to the Highway 27, then I turn around and go back. And is it exciting? Yeah, for me it is. For you it won't be. It'll just be another driving video, huh? But yeah, this is not bad, guys. This is in the boonies. You don't have to go get a car and go camping in the boonies or whatever. You can buy you a piece of property and live in the boonies off grid, pretty dadgum cheap. It's up to you how cheap you want to live. The more you want or more you think you need, then the larger income you're going to have to achieve it. So if you don't want anything, you don't need much, you can get by pretty damn cheap. You can. I know. I can live on my Social Security right now, and it ain't that much. I need to turn around somewhere, and I will. We're just about to Highway 277. That's where I was going to turn around anyway. But I got me some unleaded coffee, as in decaf, and it tastes pretty good. And I do that every now and then. Why? I don't know. Shit, on a cold day, it just tastes good. And decaf, I don't think, even though it's still got caffeine, I don't care that it doesn't have that much. So we'll turn around up here in a little bit and we'll head back towards Bracketville, but just wanted to take a drive and chat with you a little bit. There's not much I got to say other than if you want to live a free, happy life, keep it simple, in my opinion. Well, I found out this morning that I've got a heated steering wheel and heated seats, and the driver's seat is heated, and you got 3 levels of heat on the driver's seat, but you only have 1 level of heat on the steering wheel. But the steering wheel's nice and warm. It's like 48 degrees, whatever it is outside. And yeah, you wouldn't even need a heater really with that. Maybe that's why they did it, so you wouldn't use the heater, because the heater uses a lot of energy. But I'm still, even right now, of course, I'm only driving 38 miles an hour because there's no traffic at all. I'm getting almost 6.5. Well, I'm getting about 7 kilowatts. Scratch that. 7 miles to a kilowatt, which is excellent. Yep. But yeah, I'm driving slow. Not going up hills or not mountains anyway. But yeah, the range does pretty good at this temperature. I'm checking that out too on this all-electric Chevy Bolt 2022 2LT. I'm going to turn around right here, I think. Why? Well, it's just right over that hill. We'll be at Highway 277. So that's where I turn around anyway. Look at this entrance. This guy built a castle up here, man. This Pinto Creek thing. I'm telling you. There's a big home up there. You won't see it. And out here there are deer hunters. This is deer season, baby. Beautiful, isn't it? To me. So, life's simple pleasures are the best. And something else I'll tell you. I was watching some YouTube videos this morning from some of the creators that are out in Quartzsite, Arizona, not too far from Phoenix. That's where everybody goes, and that's where they go to get in the warmer climates in the winter. And I didn't realize until until I started watching that video how many new RVers have channels on YouTube? I mean, there must have been 100, you know? I mean, you know, they all got a few views, and that's all it takes. You know, you just get a few here and a few there, and you can make a few dollars. And if you're living out there on that Bureau of Land Management land, which is the long-term visitor area is $180, I think, for 7 months. Even though you wouldn't want to be there 7 months, it's still cheap if you just stay there 1 month or 2 or 3. So, but no, and that's why people go to Quartzsite, Arizona. The climate is a draw, of course, in the winter, but the main draw really is the cost of living. Well, I say that, the cost of camping, because the cost of living in Quartzsite this time of the year, damn expensive. Food's expensive, gas expensive, you know, everything is marked up for the snowbirds, or whatever you want to call it. But there's other areas around there that are not so bad. You can go further south down towards the border and stay pretty cheap. But yeah, there's so many people that are doing YouTube, have YouTube channels that are RVing, and I think that's great, because you know, that's a good way to get out there, and it doesn't take a lot of views. You know, once you get monetized, and that's the biggest hurdle now, because they've changed the guidelines, and I'm not sure what they are, but now I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 450,000 minutes of views or something before they'll monetize your channel. And monetize means you get paid. Okay? And but yeah, if you could get out there and something you had paid for, you know, a van or a car or whatever you got, a tent, you can live pretty damn cheap. You know, if you had $500-600 coming in from YouTube and maybe did some other thing, you could probably live okay. I'm sure that's what people are doing. The downside of that is, if you totally rely on YouTube for your total income, you're really you're really running a risk, because you know, TikTok's out there, Twitter's fixing to start doing some things, and you know, they're going to start drawing audience away from YouTube, and will continue, and there's more on the way, because you know, you can't think, no company lasts forever, none. You know, even though YouTube's been around for years, Google's been around for years, you know, things can change quick. You know, all of a sudden, boom. You know, it'd be easy for YouTube to just stop monetizing videos. You know, or change the rate. You know, like right now, you get about 55% of the ad revenue generated by your channel. They could change that tomorrow and just give you 10%. You know, or nothing. You know, if you don't like it, tough. You know, they don't have any conscience. Just like, you know, Elon Musk bought Twitter and laid off 1,500 people. You think he's worried about those 1,500 people and their families? I kind of doubt it. But of course, there was a big buildup by Twitter and these other, what do you call them? Like Facebook and stuff. There was a big buildup during the pandemic of employees, so they're basically just kind of getting back to normal, because they hired a lot of people during the pandemic. But be that as it may, yeah, if you want to get out on the road, you can be a YouTube creator, and pretty soon you'll be able to do, it looks like, monetize some stuff somehow on Twitter. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but that's what Elon Musk says. So there's things you can do online to make a living. There are a number of things you can do if you have reasonable internet access. You just have to find out what they are. That's the first 2 cars I've seen since I've been on this drive right here. Pretty nice, huh? I just wonder how cheap you could live. You know, if you had a car that was paid for, that was reasonably maintenance free, you know, other than tires and maybe change oil, you'd have to have car insurance, at least liability, and then you buy gasoline, your food. You have to have internet access. You don't have to, but probably need it. And you could probably, if you camped at free sites all the time, you had no camping fees at all, and you had your stuff all paid for, a little refrigerator and stuff. Hell, I don't know. You could probably get by with food, maybe $600-800 a month, I would think. Yeah, and live pretty good. But again, there's nothing more miserable than poverty. I got to tell you, I've been there. I mean, I've been busted many times. Not many, but a few. And you going up's fun. When that money's rolling in, get them. But boy, when they pull the rug out from under you, it's a funny feeling. I know. So what's that got to do with the price of turnips in Guatemala? Not a hell of a lot. I hope you're having a good day. It's a Saturday, and I hope you've got something simple planned to enjoy your life. It's just simple things like taking this drive. Of course, this is me. I mean, I do me, you do you, but there's nothing wrong with that, man. Just take a little drive, get out here in the boonies, and of course, I don't know how many of you have the opportunity to drive out in the boonies. Probably a lot of you live in cities where you drive for an hour to get out of town, and there is no road like this where there's no traffic at all, or very little. And I know, I mean, you get around, the closer you get to a big city, anywhere in the world, traffic picks up because, there's millions of people living around there. They're out and about, particularly on weekends. So, but try something else, read a book, or, maybe there's a place you can take a walk with some privacy and whatever, safe, be safe. I don't know, but yeah, life's simple pleasure, life's simple pleasure. I'll get it out here. Life's simple pleasures are the best, sort of, I think. Does having money make a difference? Yes, damn right it does. Try living without it. You can live with very little and still have a smile on your face. But when you reach in your pocket and you ain't got nothing, whoo, man, how do you spell dignity? C-A-S-H. Because without any C-A-S-H, you have not got any D-I-G-N-I-T-Y at all. Guarantee, I've been there. So isn't it pretty though? I mean, today is good. I got a good lunch planned and a good evening meal planned. I plan ahead like that all the time, and I make notes, put it on my dining room table. I got good books to read, and yeah, it's the world can be easy to balance. You just have to take time to do it, and it's easier, I think, now for me as I've gotten older, because I have no quote stressors in my life other than those that I invent. All right, like buying that TV that I had a hard time setting up, that Vizio 40-inch TV, but I did that myself. Nobody forced me to do that. And all this electronic stuff I've got, hooked to the internet and stuff, that can be, those things can be stressful. When you need to do something and they don't work. So they're there, even for me. Pretty neat, guys. You haven't seen many cars, have you? There's two roads like this. Well, there's this road, and then there's the back way over to Camp Wood. That's about 50 miles. It's just like this. Just drive. But the big reason is there's no large towns near this area. You got Bracketville, 1,600 people. Fort Clark Springs, about the same. Then you got Del Rio's, I don't know, 30,000-ish maybe, or less, I'm not sure. But that's it. There's no million population towns or cities near where we are right now. probably 200 miles. San Antonio's about 180 miles. It's a biggie. You know, a good situation would be, you know, if you had a, not like that one, there's a YouTuber, and I think even another, I think Nomadic, Fanatic, or whatever his name is, they have a little compound where they've got 2 or 3 of those storage buildings that they've converted into homes, and they're not off grid though. I think they have power. I don't know about water, but you know, being off grid is not bad. You know, of course, I wouldn't want to be surrounded by YouTube creators for sure. You know, you go out to use the restroom and be on YouTube. You know, there's old Rusty, you taking a pee. You know, and I hear you, dog, but. No, but it wouldn't be bad to be the Terlingua Ranch. You know, that's not a bad deal if you want to be in the boonies where there's no restrictions and the property cost is not that much. But you have to be. A lot of people buy land there and they don't last long. So that's pretty damn remote. Well, guys, I'm going to shoot this horse and put it out of its misery, but I did want to do a video and about what? About just trying to live a simple life. Trying to live a simple, isn't that something? You think it'd be simple to live a simple life? I don't know. The equation doesn't work. You know, simple plus simple equals simple. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to do, I guess. But you create your own world. You know, I told a guy one time, he was talking about he just built him a big home out in the country on his ranch and stuff, and it was just, oh man, it's a big home and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, you know, we build our own prisons. And we do. We build our own prisons, and we build our own life, and then we live in it, living that life. So if you're going to build it yourself, try to add stuff that you enjoy, you know. So guys, on a Saturday morning, thumbs up, guys, from the middle of nowhere here. Thumbs up, carpe diem, means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon, and buy whatever you want, okay? Having said that, enjoy your weekend. Well, I don't know when I'll post this, probably Sunday, but anyway, enjoy your day, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.